Hey Coffee Geeks, just wanted to record a quick video to actually answer a question that Abby from Whitefish Bay had sent in, asking about how we design our coffee bags, really how we talk about the coffee and where it comes from related to the labels on our bags. I've got a couple bags here to kind of help us talk through this just briefly. And first off, I would just say that our coffee bags almost exclusively used to look like this up until about 3.5 years ago now, when we redesigned from this matte black bag. Everything was in 1 pound matte black bags with big illustrated labels that look like our current short runs, and it evolved to this packaging that we use today. When we first designed this bag with the labels, we had solid color squares here that had the coffee name on them. And at that point, we weren't doing these nice designs. We were just using those solid squares to illustrate whether our coffee was a classic coffee, a seasonal coffee, or a lab series coffee. And we would include the name of the coffee in that colored square and then talk about the coffee in this section down here. And we would name the coffee very similarly to what you'll see in other specialty coffee companies. We would name it, after the farm or after the region. And we stopped doing that approximately 2 years ago. And so Abby's question, I'll just read it for you all, says, after the NSL workshops and touring the bakery, we learned about Project EAT, which talks about our food in the downer kitchen as elegant, accessible, and transparent. And she said, that's amazing. That's a killer concept for food. And so I was wondering how our coffee names for even single origin coffees fit into the concept of being accessible and transparent. She says, like Ring of Fire for Guatemala, why not just label it as Guatemala with the region? Why do we call it Ring of Fire? Why bring this sort of picture concept? I have here Green Dragon, which is similar. Green Dragon comes from the Chiripo region of Costa Rica. It's produced by the Misepa Co-op. So why don't we put that on the bag? And really the short answer is because as we asked our customers what they wanted out of their coffee buying experience, by and large we found that most customers were looking for a brand and a story that they could really engage with tightly. And for most people, putting words on the bag that were either in Spanish or in Portuguese or in African dialects just ended up adding to the confusion of the coffee buying experience. There's a lot already on the bags between flavor notes and the country of origin and the roast level that they're trying to filter through to choose their coffee, sometimes throwing on things such as farm names or coffee names that were difficult to pronounce or even understand what we're talking about, just added to the complexity of their decision. What we learned was that creating brands, really stories for customers to identify with in their coffee buying experience, was helpful. So our goals then, in changing the way that we design our labels, at least for now, was to use pictures and to use words that were really engaging, that still helped us tell the story about where the coffee came from. And so we wanted to come up with really iconic images to put on our bags, and we wanted to use names that were in English that helped to tell the story. So in Costa Rica, the mountains are amazing, particularly in the eastern half of the country where the Chiripo region is. It's very mountainous, and the clouds can roll in those mountains, and it kind of creates this really mystic, almost like dragon breath type of effect. So the green dragon imagery really worked well for describing the region that this coffee came from. And then we tried to adapt that into, of course, this nice, lovely picture that was designed as well. And what's got to come along with this is, the accessibility to the transparency of where the coffee came from, which comes through you, the barista, and it's available on our website as well. So the information about farms and co-ops and altitudes we still have it all. You can still get it at stonecreekcoffee.com or through the coffee notification sheets that come out with the RR each week. So hopefully we're creating a brand experience for our customers that's easy for them to digest, and then you, the barista, have the educational tools you need to be able to supplement their education. They also can go online at any time and look it up, and they can also email, or you can email if we missed providing any of the information that would be helpful. I will say, Next year also, we plan to redesign our packaging. We've got a lot of goals with this packaging redesign that we're just starting to outline. So we're looking to create an even more engaging experience for the customer, and we're open to your feedback as we do that project. So please hit me up with your ideas. You guys have my email address, dpond@stonecreekcoffee.com, or send me a text. I'm reachable. Thanks guys, see you later.